Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime. My name is Miss Betsy and we're going to start with our hello song. Are you ready? Hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody, H-E-L-L-O. Can you clap your hands? Everybody, can you clap your hands? Everybody, can you clap your hands? Everybody, H-E-L-L-O.
Good job clapping our hands. Now let's stomp our feet.
Ready?
Can you
Stomp your feet. Everybody, can you stomp your feet? Everybody, can you stomp your feet? Everybody, H-E-L-L-O.
Clapped our hands, we stomped our feet. Can you clap your lips?
Let's try.
All right, clap your lips.
Everybody, can you clap your lips? Everybody, can you clap your lips? Everybody, H-E-L-L-O.
All right, can you clap your hair? Gentle this time, ready?
All right, find your hair.
Can
You clap your hair. Everybody, can you clap your hair? Everybody, can you clap your hair? Everybody, H-E-L-L-O.
Last one, up high.
Here we go. Can you clap your pie? Everybody, can you clap the pie? Everybody, clap your hands up high. Everybody, H-E-L-L-O. Oh, good job. Thank you for singing along with me. Today I'm going to share some fun stories about food. But first, can you help me find my friend? My little mouse friend is in one of these houses, but I can't remember which house is his. Let's say our little mouse rhyme. And then when we get to the spot where I stop, you tell me a color. Oh yeah. Let's look and see which colors we have. Well, we have a blue house. We have a yellow house. We have a purple house. And we have a green house. Can you help me find him? Little mouse, are you in the yellow? Let's see if he's in the yellow house. Little mouse. Oh, is there a little mouse? Is that little mouse? No, that's Dinosaur. Hi, Dinosaur. We're looking for little mouse. All right, he was not in the yellow house. Let's try another one. Which color should we do this time? Oh, okay, we'll try the blue one. Little mouse, are you in the blue house? Let's open the door and it's not little mouse, it's Bear. Hi, Bear. We're looking for little mouse. All right, well, he's not in the yellow house and he's not in the blue house. Which one should we try next? Okay, we'll try the purple house. Little mouse, are you in the purple house? See there? Oh, no, it's Quail. Hi, Quail. We're looking for little mouse. So, little mouse is not in the blue house. He's not in the yellow house. He's not in the purple house. What color's left? Oh, yes, the green house. Little mouse, are you in the greenhouse? There he is. Hi, little mouse. Would you like to come out and hear a story? Okay. The first story I would like to share with you is called The Giant Turnip. Once, there was a farmer and his wife, and they decided to plant some vegetables in their garden. So they planted some carrots, and they planted some peas, and they planted some radishes, and they planted some corn, and they planted some turnips. And they took care of them, they watered them, they pulled up the weeds, and that turnip, it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And finally, one day, the farmer's wife said, "You know, we should really pull that turnip up." So the farmer went out and he grabbed the top of the turnip and he pulled. And he pulled. And he pulled. But that turnip was stuck fast under the ground. So he called to his wife and said, "Can you please come and help me? I just cannot get this turnip out." So the farmer grabbed onto the turnip, and his wife grabbed onto him, and they both pulled. And they pulled. And they pulled. But that turnip would not budge. Well, they saw their neighbor coming by, and they hollered, "Hi, neighbor, can you come and help us pull up this turnip?" So the neighbor came over, and they all pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. But they could not get that turnip to budge. It was so big. So they looked around, and they saw the cow. And they said, "Millie, Millie the cow, come and help us pull up this turnip." So Millie came over, and they all pulled, and they pulled, and they pulled. They still couldn't get the turnip to come up out of the ground. So they were tired, so they sat around, had a break, and thought about, well, who else could help? I know. Horse. Horse is strong. So they called for Horse, and Horse came over. And the farmer and his wife and their neighbor and the cow and the horse all pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. They still could not get the turnip to come up. They were starting to get really tired. Their arms were sore. "What are we gonna do?" they said. They were standing around trying to figure that out when a little mouse came by, and he asked them, "What are you doing?" And they said, "We're trying to pull up this turnip, but it is so giant that it is stuck in the ground." "Oh," said Little Mouse, "I'll help." And they all looked at the little mouse, and they're like, "Little Mouse, the farmer, the farmer's wife, our neighbor, the horse and the cow, we can't pull it up, and we're big. You're so tiny. Do you really think you could help?" "Sure," said the little mouse. "All right," they said. So the farmer and his wife and the neighbor and the cow and the horse and the little mouse all grabbed that turnip, and they pulled, and pop! Out of the ground came that giant turnip. "Wow," they said. And they all looked at that little mouse and said, "You're really strong." And that's because every little bit of help helps. So that little mouse helped them get that turnip out. So the farmer's wife and the farmer washed that turnip down, and they had a turnip feast.
All right, before I go, I have another friend I'd like for you to meet, and his name is Flip Flap Jack. Now, Flip Flap Jack is a man who is made out of food, all right? And for this, I need your help. So, whenever we say Flip Flap Jack, I want you guys to go ahead. We're going to go Flip Flap Jack, all right? I'm going to move my stool out of the way here. So we're going to go ahead. Whenever we say his name, we say Flip Flap Jack, all right? There is a man made of food, and his name is Flip Flap Jack. His face is made out of a pancake, and his name is Flip Flap Jack. His hair is made out of whipped cream. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His eyeballs are 2 blueberries. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His nose is what is his nose made out of? A strawberry. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His ears are made out of, what are these? Oranges. He has oranges for ears. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His mouth is a sausage. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. What do you think? Is he looking pretty tasty so far? I think he's looking pretty tasty so far, but we're not done yet. All right. His body is a waffle. Waffles are so tasty. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His arms. What are his arms made out of? What are these 2 little fruits here? What are these? His arms are bananas. 1 banana. 2 banana. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His legs are made out of bacon. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. His feet are made out of toast. His feet are made out of toast. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. He has one more thing. He has a belly button. And his belly button is made out of a raspberry. And his name is Flip Flap Jack. There is a man made of food, and his name is Flip Flap Jack. What do you guys think? Does Flip Flap Jack look pretty tasty? I think he looks pretty tasty, but I think we'll not eat him just now.
Okay, I'd like to tell you a story called Stone Soup. Once, not too long ago, 3 friends were traveling across the country to get home to their families. They didn't have any money anymore, and they were really hungry. And they came upon a little town, and they knocked on the doors to see if anyone had just a little bit of food that they could spare, but nobody did. So when they came to the last house, they said, well, if you don't have any food, do you at least have a pot we could borrow? Because we're gonna have to make stone soup. And the housewife looked at them and said, stone soup? I've never heard of stone soup. Sure, I'll let you borrow my pot. So she went and got her pot. And they built up a fire. They put the pot on the fire. And then the 3 friends went and found some stones by the river. And they also got some water. They put the water in the pot. They got their stones. They put the stones in the pot. And the pot's on the fire. And they said, stone soup. Oh, I remember the last time we made stone soup. It was so good. Really? Said the neighbor. I didn't know you could make soup out of stones. Yeah, it's just a pity we don't have any carrots, you know. Carrots always make stone soup taste better. You know, she said, I think I might have a couple of carrots. So she ran home and got some carrots. And the other people in the community were watching too. And she came back with the carrots. And they took the carrots and they chopped them up and they put them in the pot. And other people were looking and they were amazed that you could make soup out of stones. Yes, you can, said the friends. We do it quite frequently, but it's too bad there aren't any potatoes. Potatoes really make stone soup taste better. Well, one of the other townsfolk heard that and said, you know, I might have a potato or two at home. And they went home and got some potatoes. They came back with the potatoes, they chopped them up, and they put them in the soup. And as the friends stirred their stone soup, they reminisced about when they'd made it before. Oh, do you remember that time that we had some peppers? Oh, yes, that gave it a nice kick. It's a pity we don't have any peppers. Another one of the people managed to remember that they had a pepper at home, and they brought their pepper, chopped it up, and put it in the soup. And they talked and they chatted and they said, it's too bad there aren't any mushrooms. Mushrooms make a really good ingredient in stone soup. Another person said, oh, I think I do have some mushrooms. They ran home, and sure enough, they had mushrooms. And you know, someone else said, I think I might have a marrowbone. You think that would help the soup? Sure. So they brought that. Someone else brought some pepper, maybe a dash of salt. Pretty soon, that pot was boiling up with some delicious soup. You know, one of the neighbors said, you probably need some bowls, so they went home and got a bunch of bowls. Someone else said, you know, it's always nice to have a little bread with the soup, so they brought out some rolls. They brought a tablecloth. They covered the picnic table in the town square, and everybody enjoyed delicious stone soup with some rolls in their bowls with the spoons. It was a wonderful community party. Yes, they all agreed. Stone soup is the very best type of soup. Let's sing our goodbye song. Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our Storytime friends.